Okay, so let's start this off. This is the first video I'm actually recording with my voice, so I sound a little bit more crummier for this one than I did for the others. And I'm just gonna have it in the background, music from... Wait, I might actually turn it down a bit because it might be too loud. Can you still hear it? There. Maybe bring my voice up a little bit more just because I'm further away from the microphone than I normally am. I'm not sure how exciting this video is going to be. Looks like I'm just going to start off by getting this going. I'm not sure how exciting it's going to be. I'm going to try to make it as exciting as I can. It's just, it normally is kind of a boring thing anyways to watch me do. I think, I don't know, maybe you guys will find it fun, but I personally find it pretty boring to watch. That's why I tend to do other stuff when I'm doing it, so let's hope this actually, you know, looks good in the end. Right now I am covering the picture with a bunch of colors. I'll show you guys why in a second. So I'm just gonna blur it. Nice blur going. There we go. Perfect. Sometimes I'll put a picture in here, but this time I'm not going to, so my voice probably sounds really horrible, but at least if I talk for a couple of hours now, then when I gotta do the other one when I gotta talk, it will sound a bit better. So anyways, what I just did here is I just put a layer on top of every other layer that I'm going to be using. It's going to stay at the top. And I'm going to set its thing to color. So there we go. And now, when I sketch, let me just get a brush that I can actually sketch with, because the cloud brush is not. I don't know. Well, let me just sort of show you what this just did, what I just did here. So with setting that layer to color, then I'm going to take another layer. I can't show you guys that part of it, but I'm going to take another layer below it. And it's just going to be where I sketch. So I'm now on a separate layer from the one we just worked on. And just sketching will now be colorful. So you could do this with like a picture if you want to put like a picture in the background and do it. That's what I normally do, but this time I thought I'd just make something with the colors that I want to make. I'm also not sure if I'm going to just do a sketchy picture or if I'm going to do something else. So I have to get a better setup for this, and I don't even know. I might do that over this time off that we have, because it's not easy in the angle that I'm at, because I have to have the microphone here and everything too. So I'm not sure what I'm going to draw here. I don't even know if I want to keep this picture. I guess I'll just like sketch a bit and we'll see what comes up with it. But yeah, I'm going to do like a bunch of videos for these days off that I have just because I can. I am still working on the comic, but the comic's already sketched, so thank God, because I'm kind of in a bit of an artist block, so I'm not even really sure why I thought this would be a great time to do this. So yeah, where I work, we're closed, so we've all got laid off last week, and actually it was a week ago today, like when the video is going to be put out, it'll be a week ago today, that day, Wednesday, that that we all got laid off. So but I don't want to talk, like that's one of the big things. I don't want to talk too much about all that stuff going on, because you guys already know about it. I don't need to tell you what's going on. Okay, I don't like this picture. I got maybe an idea of something. Let's see what happens. I usually use the music to help, and I used to always use the soundtrack collection that I have. And but I haven't, like, for a long time. I would like work on something from the comic or something like that, but nah. Oh man, I'm so tired. I got a good night's sleep for once, but it's like the first good night's sleep in a long time. So I'm actually recording this on the Sunday before this goes out. And I'm gonna probably record the entire picture. And then I'll put it out. But, so yeah, I might not be talking like all the time during this. If you guys have any questions at all though, feel free to put them in the comments or in the chat or whatever. I might be in the chat, I don't know for sure whether I will be or not, because I will be these will be going on while I'm doing the comic. But it will be during my break times or before I start, so that's kind of why I haven't set up that way. His eye's kind of low. Oh, it just bothers me. Why I have to change it right now, I don't know, because it's barely done. Come on. Oh, that's gonna happen too many times, I'm not gonna be happy. It might happen with sound. But I don't think I can find like a song from YouTube to put in the background. I don't have any editors at all. I'm gonna turn this down because I'm probably talking way too loud. I don't have any video editors like I used to. I don't know how. Put another layer and sketch out sort of how I want this to go. So these are like soundtracks from video games that I used to play as a kid. So I'm not sure if that's really what I want to do with that. This line here is bothering me and I can't take it away right now. And so yeah, sorry. This is going to be like a mostly rambling video compared to, well, maybe I guess all of them are going to be a bit rambly. Channel work. There. I don't know if how much I want to spread that out or not. And but I just sort of I've been wanting to do something like this for a long time, like either a live stream or something like that, but I can't do a live stream on this computer / with my internet. So I thought this would be the best way to do it. I got the time now to do it. And yes, I am still working on the comic. The comic comes first, and in fact all these videos that I'm making for the week is going to be done on the weekend, which is when I don't do the comic. Because I normally work a lot of hours on the weekend. The weekdays are not as crazy. So actually, this is right here. Get rid of that. So, oh, it doesn't look too bad. I don't want to do like a full body thing or anything, just because it's gonna be. Just. Make it a little. So some of the games I'm gonna maybe play. You might recognize these songs from games that will be coming up. We are gonna kind of stick with it, but I don't know how long it's gonna be. Okay, I'm not gonna do the whole body, and in fact, I'm gonna kind of, I don't know. Just go like that, and then have like, I don't know. I'm not really planning this out too well, am I? I seem to always draw characters like really short, and I don't know if you can see my brush. No, I don't want to make a bigger brush. Let me just do a new layer. And like this area, I just can't seem to get it right, and probably part of the reason is because I don't always plot that out really well. It's not that I haven't, but I don't know. I just gotta look at more lines, I guess. With some of the pictures for the comic, I had looked at a lot of not lion characters so much as like lions in general, but no, I'm not doing that, and I got artist block, which is screwing me up, I think. Just want to get this a little bit more straight because it's not what I want going down. A lot of these sketching lines I don't keep at all. They're just to sort of let me know where things are going to be. Okay, this should be down here further, and I can maybe do that better when I'm doing the pen tool. It's just the angle that I'm looking at it in. How do you guys see it? Okay, so you guys can't even see that part I was just talking about. I don't know if I can make it smaller for you guys. It is unlocked. Whoops, what am I doing? I was doing that yesterday too a lot. I was recording the Day of the Tentacle for the, I guess it would be Friday's video, and I kept hitting outside while trying to control something, and I just did it again while saying that. Let me just cover that area so I don't end up doing that. Okay, so click on here. Okay, no, it's not working. Let me see, I gotta use my mouse. Okay, so I can move this around. I need to get to a spot where I can... I guess that's sort of what the whole picture looks like. A little bit more. I don't know, I think that'll be good. Let me just kind of center it. I'll be zooming in and stuff like that at places, but I feel like that's the better spot for it. Oh man. My nose. I'm sorry. The one thing about this is I can't stop. Like I can't, it has to be the entire video, and so I'll stop it after about 50 minutes or so, 45-50 minutes, and we'll continue the picture in another day. I don't know how long it's going to take to do this picture, but we'll see. I'm not going to work on the background until I have the character done, which is kind of 50-50 with me, where I'm at as to whether I do that when I work on my pictures. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Launch down. Okay, so I got my sketch figured out, sort of, I hope. It's supposed to be Kovu. Doesn't look like Kovu that much, but whatever. We're gonna stick with it. Oops, what am I doing? I need to go into where I have my stuff. Oh wait, I gotta... Now we're gonna get to the most boring part of doing a picture ever. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. It doesn't matter how you do it. I feel like inking is the worst. Like putting in the line artwork is the worst part of doing a picture. So I don't need my tablet anymore. I'm gonna put it up where it goes. So I got a little bit more room now and I can relax and chat, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about how I do things, just let me know. I'd be more than happy to answer anything that I can. It will not be in the next video for like that, like, because I'm going to record all of this, making this picture today. By the time you're watching this video, this picture's already done, but I'm not going to post it until it's all done on the videos and everything. At least on Friday you guys don't have to hear my voice at all. Oops, what am I doing? There. Yeah, I hate this part so much. I normally watch videos, like YouTube videos and stuff like that during this part because I just can't stand it. And in fact, this is what I'm right now doing with the comic. Like, I can't show, even to my, like, spoilers group that I have, I can't show any work in progress pictures really because there's one page that is fully complete, and that sounds horrible. But there's like 5 pages that are colored. They just need the shading and the background put in, which the backgrounds are being worked on as well. Maybe I'll do that for one of the videos. I'll just do a background. Even though my backgrounds suck, so I guess I can't probably do that for like 45 minutes or so, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. This is the most rambly video ever. I'm sorry. Like, I'm all over the place. I'm not used to doing any sort of like live streams or anything like that where I basically talk the whole time while I do something like this boring. Sorry, there's no way to make inking the picture entertaining, I don't think. That's why, like, in like speed paints and stuff, I sometimes don't even include this part because even in speed painting, it's boring. I'm not a fan of doing the pen tool stuff. If you learn how to use the pen tool, great. I guess. I don't know. Some people use it, some people don't, and I kind of envy the people that don't use it because how they pull off nice line art without it, I don't know. I guess I also have like with my shoulder injury, which you guys know, most of you know about, that I had like back in, I had surgery in 2004 or 5, was it? Somewhere around there. I had major shoulder surgery, and so ever since, that's actually when my parents got me a tablet because I was drawing a lot at that point, and I was worried I would never be able to draw for the time off that I had for my surgery. So the tablet helped because I couldn't move my arm at all for 6 weeks after the surgery, so... Oh wait, I didn't want to do that. Let me get rid of that. So this is actually one of the first times you're going to get to see how I do my pictures currently. I hope for chapter 6 I'm going to have the new Photoshop, because I'm going to look into getting a new computer, and I'll get the new Photoshop after I get the new computer. Just because, I don't know, like this one's old. It still does well, but it's old. So, I could also just take this into Flash right now because I have Flash with me. I'm so amazed you could get it again. Like, that just made me so happy, and then when I got it, I was like, oh, this is not what I remember at all. Like, I've learned so much in Photoshop that Flash was no longer the be-all, end-all for everything. And I thought, oh yeah, for sure I'm gonna be able to pull off doing the comic and everything, and then I saw it and I was like, oh no, I can't. It's not the way I remembered it at all. But if you guys, there is Flash MX, I believe, I think is free right now out there. Again, I have it because of the school. But I think it's also free now for everyone to use. So if you want to get that, you can. It's a really great, if you learn how to do sort of like with the pen tool or whatever, or the pencil tool thing, you can really get a nice smooth line. A few of my pictures were done like that recently. But I don't use it on a regular basis right now just because, as boring as the pen tool is, it still is more reliable on where to go. I've used the pen tool for a lot lately. I'm surprised I didn't know a whole bunch about it. Like, I didn't like it. I stayed away from it, which is silly because you can do a lot with it. So it's a good thing to learn. You might not use it for what I'm using it for now, but I'm sure you'll use it for something. And it's kind of frustrating to learn in the first place. It's very... I don't know, it's just as boring as it looks. Like, you're just clicking and dragging, and then you gotta stop and start, and there are like buttons you can use, like shortcut buttons, but I'm just one of those people that never uses them. Not in video games, not in my artwork. I just never use them. I know it makes it a little faster, but I don't know. It took me long enough just to learn the stupid pen tool. But how I learned the pen tool, I have one picture that I did, and it was just like a little bit less going on than this picture here. And I did the whole picture with the pen tool, and I was just like, look, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna go from beginning to end on this picture, and I'm gonna get it done. So, and I did, and then that's how I learned, and then I just sort of kept pushing myself to do it because I liked the look of that picture. That's kind of the only reason. I don't know how much I want to do with his eyebrow, like, just kind of come down a bit. I haven't done a Lion King character, like an actual Lion King character, in a long time. I just thought it'd be better if I did a actual Lion King character for you guys. I don't like that. Problem is that I'm just not gonna like it at all until... This actually, the music from this part here is a game I'm thinking I might play with you guys on a Friday. But I'm gonna, like, we're gonna finish Day of the Tentacle first. And then this one will either be the next one, or I might do a shorter one in between. I'm gonna try and stick with ones where I don't have to commentate at all. Now, I mean, depending on how long this goes, if it goes to like August, I don't know if I got that many games that I can do that with, so this is too big, but we'll shorten it up. I don't like it. You know what? I'm just gonna copy and paste. Delete. Oh, yeah, of course that would happen. Sorry. There we go, that's good enough. Copy, edit, paste. I used to, my friend Mercury, or Vanessa, depending on how you want to think of her as, she used to... We used to chat all the time when I was working on my pictures. And she used to bug me that I would say what I was doing all the time. Like, I'd just be like, you know, copy, paste, and all those things and stuff. And so she would always mimic me all the time with it. So, because I used to do all my pictures when chatting with her. And so that's why I feel like the quality has gone down quite a bit since she passed away. Because it's just not the same. Poor computer, holy cow, I can hear you. My computer, I think it's the hard drive. I'm hoping, I guess. I guess it doesn't really matter because I don't think I'm getting another hard drive for it anymore. It's already had a few. But I was so worried because, like, when I first got this computer, it ran really good. And then when I had to take it in and get it fixed for the hard drive, when I got it back, suddenly it couldn't do things that it could do back when I had it. And I was kind of disappointed. But I think it's the hard drive that's doing it. It's just a shittier hard drive. Sorry, excuse my language. It's a worse hard drive than it was before. So therefore I'm not getting as, it's not running as good. Can say something in the comments if you feel, I don't know, you probably can't even hear it. Sometimes it just runs really, really hot. But I think it's just because it's trying so hard to run in the first place. And it just seems weird because, like, I took it to somewhere that I trust. So I don't feel like they screwed me around on it. But I've already had 2 hard drives fail, so something obviously might be going wrong with it. Now, that, of course, it's an old computer too. I got it back in 2013, 14? 13. Yeah, it had to have been 13 or 12. 2012. That's what it was. So it's getting close to 10 years old. Holy cow. Poor thing. didn't realize that. Here I am just giving it new hard drives all the time. But the next computer, like, it's an all-in-one computer, which is, I wouldn't suggest myself. I don't know. Maybe you want that, maybe not. I mean, it worked well when I first got it. I could play all my games, I could record them. Like, I recorded all my videos, all my gaming videos that you watched on here were recorded on here with the original hard drive. And now it won't. They're all choppy and everything. I've even went back, because now I'm using OBS. I went back to using Cam Studio, and it still was choppy and horrible, so... Wow, we're gonna get nowhere in this picture, or in this video. This is real time. We'll probably get to the end of inking the picture, and then we'll have to stop. Just so you guys know. Pictures normally, especially one like this, takes about 3 hours tops, depending on how much detail I want to put into it, which I don't think I'm going to. Like, even the background, I'm not going to put a lot of detail into it. Now, the next one that I do for this whole little thing is I don't know. I haven't recorded it yet, so I have no idea what I plan to do for the next one. I'll record that probably closer to the time, just so I know that we're actually gonna be off that long. There's like so many things I want to say right now, just because this is the first video I'm recording. I'm gonna do my Stardew Valley one that you guys would have already possibly have seen. At least it's already up on my channel by the time you're watching this. I'm gonna record that after this, so I gotta keep remembering, okay, well what do I want to say in that one that I'm not gonna say in this one here. Even though this is the one you guys are probably gonna watch the most, or at least most people who watch me, I think, watch me for my artwork. It's just I can't do that many artwork videos, especially right now. I'm kind of stuck with artist block. And we'll see what we get to. If this quarantine thing ends, like, before, like, say for example, it's not going to, but say for example it ends next week, that's when we're technically, like, we're off work until the 1st of April, I think it is. Which, yeah. So that's, I guess, a week from today when the video is going up, is we're technically off till then. And we're just sort of waiting to hear if that's when we're gonna be till, or when it's gonna be when we're coming back. We don't know. Nobody knows anything. So if it goes, if say we go back that day, say some miracle happens and we're all back to work that day, I'm still gonna continue this series even if it's past, like, this is gonna probably take 3 videos, so 3 weeks worth. And same with the other videos. The only one I might not do every week during the time, if that happens, is the Stardew Valley one, because that one's recorded each week before, like, just before, so. And we'll see how my Stardew Valley one goes. I don't even know how it will be. I haven't filmed it yet, so hopefully I don't suck horribly at that. I've played it before, so. And then Day of the Tentacle, I've already finished filming that. It's 3 videos long, so just so you guys know. And I really like that game, so I hope you guys will at least give it a try in looking at it, watching it. Maybe playing it yourself if you want, I don't know. I'm playing the original version. I don't want to move this. I don't know what you guys can see, so I don't want to move it too far out. I'm playing the original version, but there is a version on Steam if you want, like, a newer, more crisp line kind of thing. They have that version on Steam if you want, or other places too, I'm sure. I have both versions of it. I have been a fan of those games for a long time, so I have Maniac Mansion somewhere, and I gotta figure out when I find out where how to get it on to this computer, because I think it's on a disc somewhere. You can play Maniac Mansion through Day of the Tentacle. So before like a whole bunch of people tell me that, which I'm sure people who are watching this might not be watching those ones, but yeah, you can play. You get 2 games in one basically if you get Day of the Tentacle, so which I think is really neat. I am so thirsty. I can't get a drink because I guess we're getting close. Yeah, I'll wait. Other than that, I'm not really sure what other games I want to play. Like I have a few in mind. So yeah, if you guys are like watching this while it's premiering, I should be in the chat for it, listening to my cringy audio. I really hope the worst thing that would ever happen is if I can't hear myself over the music this entire time. That would be horrible. That would be incredibly horrible because I just did this picture. I tested it a little bit, but I don't know for sure. And I don't want it to be like where it's like really bad. If that's the case, then I'll put like a little warning or something on in the description. I guess that's all I can do, and then I'll fix it for the next video, because I'll check before. After I'm done this, I'll check to see. I really hope that I can get done the inking before we're done this video. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna actually... Parts like this where I got... Again, I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor, but over by his ear here, you can, like it kind of goes behind the fur in front, and so I saved that for later. I'm gonna do that in another layer. So basically, I don't know, I guess I've been treating this the whole time as if you guys know Photoshop and what I'm doing right now. But this is what we just did sort of here, is we're plotting where the lines are gonna go. This isn't the actual line art, like I can take it away and there, it's gone, back. You know, and it's not undo and redo that I just did, but yeah, no, it's not the actual line art. So we're just basically, there's a few different things you can do with the pen tool. And this is actually another game I might play. I am a huge fan of the King's Quest series. But anyways, yeah, trying to stay on track here. But yeah, so the pen tool you can do a lot of different things with, and this is not the only thing you're gonna see me do with it, so. I don't know, do we want it? No, I'm actually gonna make this a little more simple here. Just like a one line kind of down. And this is just one of the things that you can use the pen tool for. I like using it because you can kind of mold it afterwards, which reminds me of Flash. Because Flash you could do that too. Although I haven't done that recently. Kind of like a little... There. That's good enough. Oh my god. I need a drink. Torturing myself. Not only am I inking the picture, but I need a drink. I have thought about doing Quest for Glory, but I have to do the voice acting, or you'd have no voice acting at all, and I don't think you want either of those. Okay, so I was gonna move this up here a bit further. And I'm just sort of showing you guys how I do it my way. again, this is not the only way to do things. This is, so many people ink by actually using the pen on the tablet and doing it. I don't, because again, reasons I said before with my shoulder surgery and stuff like that, I don't have as good a use of my right arm as some other people do. So this is just how I do things. And yeah, that is sort of why I use this, so, and why some things might not look as good, and because I just can't draw certain things the way I used to. But yeah, it's life, I guess. Okay, this would go technically up here, and I don't think it would reach, like, this would be the only part you'd see it at, and I feel like if I did that, it would just be confusing. It's better to just leave it out. And sometimes I do that too, just because I feel like something would just be better left without it being there, because when I draw it in there, it doesn't fit, like... I'm not even looking at a picture of Kovu, so I'm hoping I'm getting him right. I haven't watched The Lion King 2 for a long time. But yeah, I think we sort of got an idea here. So anyways, now let's ink it. So I gotta decide on the size. I normally like to do the 3 pixel round regular brush. And we stroke path. Do not simulate pressure for the first one. Now I want to just take a quick look at it. Now again, this coloring to the line art and stuff will change. We'll fix that in a bit. It can be easily fixed. Okay, so that size is okay. I want it thick enough, but not too thick. I am working on a much... Should I just make the picture bigger? That's what I'm gonna do. Let me first get that. Let's make the picture really big. I just feel weird. I like to work at a certain size. Oh wait, before I do that, I'm gonna save. There. So a little bit closer to what I'm used to working at. So I can... Yeah, so width is 3,500 pixels. Height is 2,800 pixels, and I have the resolution at 200 pixels per inch. So now it's a little bit smaller using the same brush. It's a little smaller in the line art for this, and what we're going to do for the next one is either 5 or 4. I feel like for the, sorry, 5 pixel brush or 4 pixel brush. But we're gonna, this time, we're gonna stroke path with the pen, and we're gonna do simulate pressure. And it's gonna give us this line, and I feel like that's too thick. I don't know, what do you guys think? Not that you guys can really answer. Again, by the time you're watching this picture will be already done. I feel like that's a bit too thick. So I'm gonna go back. Let us do it with 4. As long as I remember what numbers it is, we're good. Stroke path again with the simulate pressure. That's a little bit better. I want it more subtle. This is because I'm horrible at like making the lines thicker in some areas and not thicker in other areas. This is my really cheap way of doing it. Not probably what you should do. If you know how to do it right, do it right, but this is for someone who doesn't know how to do it right, like me. I have a hard time with it. I've been practicing in my actual, like, drawing, but not on Photoshop. Ooh, we're almost at 50 minutes. I might actually stop this here. What can you guys see? Okay, that's a good spot to stop it at. We're gonna finish the line art in the next video, which will be next week for this one. I'm doing a Monday, a Wednesday, and a Friday. Monday is gonna be Stardew Valley. Wednesdays are going to be the art videos. Friday is going to be a video game of some kind, which is going to be Day of the Tentacle this Friday. And so it will be next Wednesday if you're into the art video, if you want to see this picture finished. It might be done next Wednesday, or it will definitely be close to being done by next Wednesday, because we're not that far away from finishing it. But it might still be another 2 hours before we're done. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.